Welcome, everybody. We're going to get this party started very soon. So we're just welcoming everybody in. Please, as always, feel free to hop in the chat and let everyone know where you're calling in from, dialing in from, where you are. We've got people from all over the country, and it's always great to see people from different countries too. So please introduce yourself and say hello. If you are registered to pitch tonight, could you please do us a huge favor, and could you please private message Silicon Beach admin, let them know that you're in the room. We need that as a definite, so that we make sure that we don't miss anyone out, and then we can work out the order of who's pitching. So please, Silicon Beach admin, just private message them, let them know that you're pitching tonight, and we will get to that very, very soon. But while we're getting all that done, as I said, welcome to the March. Can you believe it? March Silicon Beach pitch night. It's just incredible. My name is Karen Finch and I'm emceeing tonight. So a little bit about me. I am the CEO and founder of Legally Yours, which is Australia's leading legal marketplace that connects individuals and startups and small businesses with fixed fee lawyers across Australia. So think legal services and all without the bill shock. I'm also the president of the Australian Legal Technology Association and the former committee chair of the Women of Australian Legal Tech. And I also love supporting the startup community in any way I can, which is why I do these pitch nights, but also providing lots of free legal masterclasses and legal information education sessions wherever I can as well. Before we get into the formal proceedings, I would like to, in the spirit of reconciliation, acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land that I am standing on here today, which is the Bunbunrawong and the Wurundjeri Woiwurrung peoples of the Eastern Kulin Nation. And I'd like to acknowledge that sovereignty of this land has never been ceded. It always was and always will be Aboriginal land, and I pay respect to their elders, past, present and emerging, and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people of today. Okay, so I'd like to remind everybody about the mission, the primary mission of Silicon Beach Group, which is to empower founders. And as such, our vision is to create an environment where founders can feel supported, educated and empowered to fulfill their startup vision and values. So tonight is all about providing a platform for founders and startup owners to feel supported, comfortable, open and connected. And this is where all of the audience come in. So we really love it when you get onto the chat and you ask questions and do different things, connect and give feedback. It's really, really important for the people that pitch tonight to feel that support, particularly for those that are coming in and perhaps it's the first time that they've ever pitched their startup to an audience before. So a little bit of housekeeping. We are obviously recording tonight, and say hello to any of the Facebook Live, the people that are watching us. Please make sure that you always stay on mute until we call you in, so we don't have any of those extra noises. As I mentioned, please use that chat. We really love that feedback and encouragement and support that we have through the night for our pitches. And finally, we're going to do a little photo. So if you would like to have your camera on, please turn it on. You can do a funny face or you can do just a nice little smile, but we are going to do that. So I'll just give everyone a little time to put their camera on. 3, 2, 1, we are going to do a smile. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Beautiful. What a great looking audience we have. Everyone looks really pumped tonight, so I'm feeling really good. All right. Before I introduce the judges and the incredible prizes that we have tonight, I'm going to hand over to our leader. David Hayes, over to you for some announcements. And it looks like David has frozen just as I threw to him. Oh no, there you are.
Am I back? Am I back?
You're back.
Okay, let's try this again. I spoke already for 5 minutes and then I heard that I'm frozen. No, welcome. Thank you, Karen, for handing over, and welcome everyone to our second pitch night of the year 2023. Very excited to have you all here. And yeah, very excited to be here with you again and to be here with you with our community partners like Karen Finch, who is running our show now for 3 years nearly it is. Here on the virtual pitch night. We have David Heasley in the audience, who is a supporter of our community for a long time as well, and he's also on our board of directors. All of this, what we're doing here to support early stage founders, would not be possible without the support of our community members. And we're very grateful for all of them. Legally Yours, Karen Finch, David Heasley from Heasley Lawyers. And today we would like to welcome Priya very much, who is sponsoring today's event. Her company is called Corporality. She's all about getting your marketing message across and getting your unique selling point across. And she will tell you much better in much more concise words what her value is and what her services are when she introduces herself. But we're very grateful to have you here, Priya, and looking forward to your feedback for the chat for the pitches.
Sure. Thank you so much for having me. Really appreciate the opportunity. And so nice to meet you all here. I run a management consulting firm specialized in marketing and sales. We help business to brand position and go to market. So we are also organizing a couple of events. So we'll talk more about it. But let's kick off. Thank you for having me all, and thank you for you all being here.
Thank you, Priya. Yeah, I think we're talking about prizes in a minute. Karen, when do we talk about prizes?
Well, we can talk about it now. All right, why don't we get on to our judges and introduce who will be on our judging panel tonight. So you've already met Priya, but let me tell you a little bit about Priya. So Priya has 25 years of tech and marketing experience and is the CEO and co-founder of Australia's rising digital marketing solution start, Corporality Global, a platform, as Priya's just told us, that delivers comprehensive plans and strategies that lead to success from startups to multinationals. So that's Priya for you, a highly creative thinker, inspirational public speaker, and a charming representative of self-made success. And she's the kind of partner, I love this, Priya, who walks the talk and helps drive your business to success. So I'm so pleased to have you here. And as the sponsor, please share your prize that you've got for not one, but two.
Yes, yeah. So my event is coming up in May, as I mentioned, and it is all about B2B, and the theme is business growth and sustainability. And at this event, we are offering the runner-up will get the 3 days ticket to join in us here in Sydney. It's an in-person event, and the winner will get the exhibitors spot, so people can come. The winner can come and exhibit for 3 days and showcase their business, product, or service at our event for at least 300 plus attendees.
That is incredible. I feel like that almost deserves a round of a round of applause. That is fantastic. So very, very exciting. So pictures out there, incredible prize, two prizes that we've got there. So thank you so much, Priya. You can sit back and relax while I introduce our next judge, Azra Ismail. She's actually in transit, so she will be joining us on camera soon. But I can tell you, Azra is obsessed with business, investment, and technology. She gets a buzz from helping people achieve successful results through belief, focus, education, and dedication. Azra is an experienced information security auditor, business improvement specialist, entrepreneur, advisory board member, and company director. And because Azra is still in transit at the moment, I will announce the prize that's on offer. So there will be a lean business Canva model review from Azra today from one lucky pitcher. So that's the prize that we'll be getting there. And now on to our third and final judge, who's a repeat judge. We're very excited to have him back with us, James Spurway. Wave, James, so everyone can say hello. James Spurway is a serial entrepreneur, mentor, and advisor. After starting 10 of his own businesses over a 20-year period, James has spent the past 12 years investing in a portfolio of startups, and now is it number 44, and he's currently raising capital for his first venture fund. Just incredible. James has been a mentor and judge for several years at startup accelerator programs and demo days run by 500 Global, MassChallenge, and Creatella Impact, and loves being part of the team at Silicon Beach. An Australian, James has lived the past 33 years outside of Australia in Vietnam, Hong Kong, Germany, Switzerland, the UK, the US, and for the past 12 years in Singapore. James, it's so good to have you back.
What a big wrap. Hey, thank you.
Now tell us about the prize that you've got for one lucky pitcher today.
Or more, we'll see. Okay, so what I've come to learn is that if you're at that stage where you might be raising funds, and I'm hoping you are, what I would give away is what I call my investor ready check pack. What it means is I'll spend time and invest time with your pitch deck, financial model, probably look at the cap value calculation to make sure that's within range. and have a look at your data room, have a look at your virtual data room to make sure you've got all the documents there ready that you need or should have before you start reaching out to investors. So I'll invest a bit of time, probably about $900 worth of time on my hourly rate. But at the end, you'll feel like you've got security in reaching out to investors because you're in good shape.
James, that is an incredible prize. Thank you so much. And such vital information for those when you are going for the investment. So incredible, very excited. Well, thank you so much, James. You can sit back and relax. All right, so let's get into actually what's happening tonight, because we need to hand over to some of the stars of this evening. So for those of you who perhaps not have tuned into one of these before, the way it works, so each pitcher will have 90 seconds to pitch. And at that 90-second mark, you will hear this sound. Let's see if we've got it, a little bell. No, a little bell. Or a big bell, that's great. That is indication, start winding up your pitch. So if you can kind of get it finished as quick as possible, that would be much appreciated. Then after that pitch, I'll invite the judges for some feedback. So there will be time for them to ask you some questions around, your product, your business model, your ask, and those sorts of things. So we will get that conversation going. And then after the formal pitching has actually happened, we'll have a moment where people can go into breakout rooms and spend some time actually speaking to the pitchers, while the judges and myself and David go and deliberate where we can allocate those prizes. And then we'll come back together and we will try and finish up right on the dot at 7 p.m. So that everyone can go off and have dinner and all those sorts of things. All right, so should we get into tonight, guys? I want a big thumbs up for everyone. How's everyone feeling? Good, good, good.
Can I quickly jump in here?
Yes. Oh, yes, because we've got one other prize.
We actually have two more prizes.
Two more prizes. Go.
For one of the winners, and we will do a publication on Idea Spice, which is an international recognized idea sharing platform with a lot of recognition around the world. So we have that prize as well. And then we have an audience prize, store prize. Brian, what's that? And how is it working?
So as soon as all the pitching has been completed, I will be sharing a link in the chat, hopefully just before Janine breaks us off into breakout rooms. I will be sharing a link, and you can go to that link and then pick the pitch that you thought was best. And then as the judges are presenting their prizes, I'll tally up the votes, and then whoever gets the most votes gets Silicon Beach to advertise their pitch and their project across all the social media platforms.
That's incredible. So there you go, audience. Sorry about that, David and Brian. Skipped ahead. I got so excited about the judges and their prizes, I forgot about our ones. So the one from ID Spies, and I can also attest I'm a legal tech editor for ID Spies, as is David. Are you the innovation editor for ID Spies?
Ideation.
Ideation, there you go.
With UN Sustainable Development Goals, so there's a lot of sustainability in my posts as well.
It's wonderful. And ID Spies, they get a lot of traction, a lot of views. I know sometimes the posts that I put up, everyone's talking about them around the world. So it's an awesome prize. And obviously everyone in the audience, you've got to pick. So make sure that you're listening out, because we love being able to award that community audience prize as well. So fantastic. All right, let's get on to our first picture tonight. So I've got Punith Nayak. Say hello. Unmute and say hello.
Hello. Hey.
Hello. You are our first one. So
oh, nice.
no pressure. No
okay.
pressure. But yep, the attention is on you. So are you ready to get going? We will start the timer now.
Cool. Whenever I see a rocket launch or read books on the moon mission or watch some space movies, I get excited and get my ambitious pulse racing and wonder how people achieve this incredible task. In fact, these adventures have shaped up my belief in trying to achieve bigger things, but it's not always been that easy. There have been periods of anxiousness, visits to psychology doctor, and getting my mental health in check. As a software developer, it is quite lonely when trying to work out with complex algorithms and building solutions. I honestly feel this is a symptom of ambition, which is not widely discussed, as it is always propagated to just suck it up and do it, which isn't completely false too. Now, to get some help in this situation, one of the success factors followed by NASA, US Marine Navy SEALs, is to break complex tasks into more simple and manageable subtasks and achieve it one brick at a time so that we feel less anxious. So I was trying to follow this principle while building my side projects, but the existing platforms in the market do not make this easy, and they always seem to be losing context between the tasks. That's when I decided to build SubTasker. SubTasker helps you to break tasks into nested subtasks easily with few clicks and allows you to visualize and track them in a hierarchical tree data structure manner. In this way, we never lose context of what we are trying to achieve. And at the same time, it speeds up the develop up to 3 times faster too. So there are 2 offerings in the platform. One is a progress style tracker, wherein we can map progress with the help of simple traffic light colors like open for red, open task, and yellow for in progress task, and green for done task. Yeah, that's my piece. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, you got a really long extra applause there. Well done. It's always so hard to go off this, and you did it beautifully. Well done. All right, over to our judges for some feedback. Who would like to go first? All right, James, Priya. I'm like, James, over to you.
Yeah, great. Punith, it's never easy going first. Mate, you've actually built the app and you're live. I look at the website, so it's actually in the market. Where are you in terms of traction? Are you pre-revenue, post-revenue?
Pre-revenue, I'm just building the platform at the moment. So I built like a B2C model, which is I've rolled it out to like 50 people have actually registered, and I'm sharing links on the social media as well. I'm creating a B2B platform, like an organization model, and where you can share things across, like in real-time collaboration and things like that. So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, over to you.
And is it the free subscription going on or the paid one right now?
Yeah, so I have a freemium kind of thing. So wherein we can create 4 tasks, which is always free. And then the subsequent like add-on features, which is advanced features, charging around $10.99 USD per year. And the premium, which is like enterprise model, that will be a bit expensive as well.
And it is per person per license?
Yeah, per person per license, yes.
Okay, got it.
Thank you, Priya. And Azra, did you want to ask a question?
Yes. So it sounds like a good requirement. So have you thought of integration with Google and Microsoft?
Not yet. So I've just started this platform, launched it in January. So testing out with people and getting the feedback. Yeah, I would love to integrate with the bigger platforms. Yeah.
Okay. Right. What's your ask? What would you like us to do?
Yeah, so I want some mentorship, angel investing, anything. So I'm just brand new to this entrepreneurship world. So I would really love to get my idea and the product across as well, because I genuinely feel that it is helping people and it is helping me a lot as well. So yeah, I want to get this idea across, like where you can split tasks into like smaller and smaller subtasks and do it one at a time and get people in this mode. So yeah.
Right. Do you have more time to ask questions?
You can have 1 more minute.
Okay. Where is the platform being, where is the database being sourced, placed, and what's the security area?
Yeah, so I've used AWS and serverless architecture. It's placed, I mean, I have placed it in US East 1 at the moment. It's all completely secure, like there's no access, nobody can get through.
So did you say AWS?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. So yeah, full stack up. All right.
Yeah.
So you are considering security by design. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Like,
right. Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Ezra. And James, I can see you frantically unmuting. Did you have one last comment?
No, if there's time, the only question is, who else is on the team? I mean, you're the hacker.
Yeah, I'm the only one.
The marketing. Ah, good. Okay, answers the question. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you. And thank you, judges. It's great to get all those questions out and get all that detail. So thank you so much. Punith, you can sit and relax now. Well done to you.
Thank you.
And as you will see in the chat, we'll put all the picture details in the chat. So in the audience, please feel free to click on and connect, follow on LinkedIn. That's the reason we've got all those details there. So please make sure that you interact with our pictures and fantastic stuff. All right, on to our next picture. We have Peter Hodder. Please unmute and say hello.
Hi guys, how's everyone?
Hey Peter, how are you? We're well. How are you feeling?
I'm pretty excited, but pretty nervous.
All right, take a deep breath. No need to be nervous. You're amongst friends here. We're all here to support you. So are you ready to get started?
I'm ready.
All right, time starts now. Off you go.
Imagine a world where your loved one's legacy lasts forever. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Peter Hodder, and I'm the passionate founder and CEO of Ekulpoint Map and Memories. We are an Australian deaf tech company on a mission to map and memorialise our loved ones. In Australia, every year, more than 170 people pass away, leaving a profound impact on their families, friends, and wider community. As someone who has personally experienced the pain of loss, I had a dream to create Ekulpoint. The name Ekul is spelled backwards, is Luke spelled backwards in honour of my identical twin brother who passed away and was cremated in 2019. Ekulpoint is an online digital memorial platform designed to bring families and friends closer together through the power of storytelling, collaboration, and GPS mapping. One of our key features of Ekulpoint is our ability to GPS map. As 2 in 3 Australians are cremated, preserving the location of ash scattering has become crucial. Research has shown that over 80% of Australians want to know the precise location of their loved one's final resting place. With Ekulpoint Interactive Map, it will allow you to accurately GPS map all burial, scattering of ashes, and all key memorial sites. Ekulpoint preserves the memory and the final resting place for future generations. I believe that every life is unique and deserves to be celebrated and remembered in a meaningful way. We're committed to providing families with a safe, affordable, and sustainable way to create a lasting legacy that stands the test of time. Thanks, guys. That's all I had.
Oh, well done, Peter. The clapping's coming. It's coming. Otherwise it's just me.
It's actually, thanks, guys.
That was incredible.
Yeah, Karen, it's actually my birthday today, so it's mine and Luke's birthday. So it's actually my 3rd birthday without Luke, and it makes me it's important to memorialise our loved ones for future generations. It means a lot to me, and so I want to create a system that helps families and friends to connect and create a legacy for their loved ones.
Peter, you made Luke so proud today. You made him very proud today. Okay, I'm getting emotional too. I'm the mum of identical twin girls. I know how special that relationship is. So congratulations and happy birthday. All right, judges, I'm not. Oh, beautiful. All right, judges, who would like to go first with some questions for Peter?
I'll jump in. Peter,
Thanks,
mate, not easy first time up, especially under a bit of emotional pressure, so good on you. Look, very unique. Never heard of it before, never seen it before. I love that. I love sort of finding something that's like 0 to 1, complete creation, innovation. But quickly, it's going to be direct to consumer or B2C. Like, you're going to try and do this yourself, or you're going to try and go through obvious people who would be like institutions in that chain of custody when that happens, and have them sell for you.
That's a good question. We've actually partnered with the largest memorial park in Victoria, in Woolian Hill. So we've got a traction through there. We've got a lot of partnerships actually in the making at the moment. At the moment, it's a really emotional product, and it's very hard to actually get people involved because, death is a pretty hard thing to deal with. So for me at the moment, it's about getting the product out there and getting in the hands of the consumers, because I believe Ekulpoint, everyone deserves to be remembered and mapped. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Peter is, James Moore. Yeah, go on.
No, I was just going to say yes, great.
So, Peter, my question is that, as James mentioned, it is a very unique product. So, of course, emotionally, almost everybody can connect with this kind of service or product, whatever you are planning to offer. Is there any competitor for you?
Any competition? Not what we found. A lot of research that we've done. There was no product out there that GPS map, especially around ash scattering. Luke was cremated, and I had a dream that I was spreading Luke's ashes in his favorite location, and for me to not have a digital imprint there and have a connection that people can go to, it was really important.
Right. So, and what are you expecting to achieve?
I'm expecting to change the world. You know what I mean? I believe we've got the foundations to change the world and help families and families and friends to grieve and to connect together.
Yeah. All right. And what is your platform built upon?
Our platform is a full stack platform, so it's done through AWS. So our developers is in Australia, so we've got it all done in Australia. And yeah, sorry.
Okay.
You're doing brilliantly. You're doing brilliantly, Peter. Azra, I will throw to you just to see if you've got any final comments that you would like to pass on.
No, congratulations on the output. I mean, it's very emotional impact, and definitely there is nothing more like it. I'm just curious on how different would that be to say, for example, some people do it on Instagram or Facebook. So I understand the need for it, and definitely there would be, but perhaps the retention scheme because memories are great and they are well cherished. Particularly a year or 2 years, even 5 years, if you're a direct relation. But how are you going to share that? Intergeneration would be something that would actually be asked, because the viability or sustainability of that is quite relevant and important. And that would mean that how are you managing your cash flows as well? So it's not about, from a business standpoint, what's your financial standpoint on that one?
I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm really, really nervous. And I apologize. I'm not sure.
That's all right, Peter. Sometimes these questions are more, you're not supposed to have the answers right now. So they're more for you to take back and have a think about. It might get you thinking. So you have done so incredibly well. I'm just thinking naturally estate planning lawyers is a great, wills and estate planning lawyers is a great in for you to be able to kind of talk about your product. And I've got in my network an incredible, he calls himself a death tech founder, who's Dylan O'Brien from the preparation company. He does vaults for all your digital assets and different things. I'd love to connect you up with him. I think that you'd be great. So I'll be doing that after as well. But thank you so much, Peter. You did so well, and happy birthday.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone.
Oh, well done. On to our next picture. Timothy, Rajan, please unmute and say hello.
Hello, all.
Hello, Timothy. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. Thanks a
All
lot.
right. You are welcome. Are you ready to start pitching?
Yep, absolutely.
Go.
Hello, my name is Tim. We all know how much time we will spend on a website when we stumble upon the website or a web page for the first time. Research shows that we almost bounce back, and the bounce rate is almost 70%. That means out of 100 people who visit a web page, 70 people just bounce back and they go back to the Google search result or from where they have come from. So we at Atalki, we strive to arrest those bounce rate. So whenever someone tries to visit a website, we want them to stick around, hang around, absorb, and finally convert. So that's what we are aiming for. So how are we doing it? So we place an interactive FAQ widget in the web page, and that FAQ widget just arrests the attention of someone who stumbles upon your website. So it's a very simple and easy widget which can be integrated into your website, and it's just by a line of code. So you don't have to write any kind of a scripting or something like that. All you need to do is you need to copy paste a line of code in your HTML. That's it. So it's a no code or a zero code tool, and it's completely supported and powered by artificial intelligence. We hear about ChatGPT and all those models. We rely on a language model, which we have fine-tuned, and it automatically generates an FAQ. If you're not happy with the FAQ, you can just go ahead and create your own FAQ. All the FAQs are under your control. You can create, update, delete. So this is what Atalki is all about. It's a completely bootstrap application, and we are looking for a mentor or a go-to person who can take it up to the next level, the product market fit, as well as to the road to the profitability. Looking forward.
The applause is coming. Well done, Timothy. Congratulations. All right, judges, over to you. Who would like to get this started? Can I go to you first, Priya?
Yeah, sure. So my question is that how different it is from the chatbot?
So a chatbot, you can directly jump in and you can either speak with a representative. Here we have an abstraction layer of the information which you have in a web page. So you have FAQs so that it reduces the time to go to a person. So it lists all the interesting FAQs which someone needs. So so this widget has a chat also, powered by chat, so somebody can even chat. But on top of the chat, we have an abstract layer of these FAQs. So they can have a look at the FAQs, and FAQs can be attached. These are rich FAQs, not the mediocre, the normal FAQs or the stereotypical FAQs. You can attach a YouTube video to an FAQ. You can attach an audio clip. You can attach images. So we make it very interesting. So FAQs are no more that dormant or those boring FAQs. These are very interactive and real time. Let's say, for example, there are some super animation changes which happened a couple of days back. You can immediately go and churn out whatever FAQs a super company can and put it in there. I mean,
Okay.
it's manageable.
And who is your closest competitor?
So we have Accordion, we have WebComet, we have Hagrid, Ultimate Elementor. These are the FAQ widget providers, but we are quite unique and distinct from them. So that's where our value proposition lies. Like, you don't have to even curate your FAQs. All you can do is you can put in a paragraph, and the AI algorithm generates all kinds of FAQs for you. So I didn't find a specific product, but there are a lot of products you can, which a lot of products, not a specific product as such.
Sure. And you have subscriber already?
The development completed around the end of the World Cup. So I just posted some pages. People are quite interested, but I'm not into active marketing yet. So it's ready to go. So it's a completed product.
Okay.
Thanks, Priya.
Thank you.
James or Azra, have you got any feedback?
Hi.
Go, Azra.
Oh, yeah, you go.
Sorry, you go, Azra. My fault.
Right. So in terms of, you've mentioned that you would like someone else to do the marketing. So I'm quite keen to understand what makes your product different to those that are already out in the market. Like, I know that you've put in a code and that is all well and good, but what makes it different?
So FAQs do the heavy lifting. So you don't have to be always online. So we have these FAQs which just goes and explains to other people what this website is all about. On top of it, it has a fully online offline communication bridge which is built in. So even if you're offline, so somebody who looks at that FAQs, they can just like that message you, and there's an instant SMS which gets through you, and you can jump into a chat. So that loop is completely closed. And on top of it, how it differentiates with the other product. I mean, I will not say like I have never found a product like, but definitely there should be some. But this is a very easy product, and the core value proposition is anyone can jump in and they can manage that FAQ widget. So it's completely under control. So it requires zero coding knowledge.
Thanks, Ezra. And James, any final comments?
Yeah, look, for me, it's just one question. reducing bounce rate, great. Have you tracked that that actually translates to either lead conversion or more leads, or is it just they're hanging around the website longer, which in itself is not an actual, let's say, outcome? It's just, it's happening, but what does that actually then translate to? You know what I'm saying, Timothy?
Yep, you're saying that the art of creating that FAQ comes into picture. So we have complete control over the platform. So if there is an offer which is running, or if there is a sale which is happening, so this sale might be hidden in some of the pages in the complete website. So this platform or this widget, what it says is like you can bring in that information upfront with a video or with an audio or something like that. So the moment somebody jumps in, they can have a look at it. They can avail that offer. So your FAQ is kind of an how to put it, as it's an identity, or it unearths the information and present it to the user. So that's what we are aiming for. It's an abstract layer on your web page, and it just tries to grab the attention of people. And at the final, it just tries to convert them and create connect with the website as well as the customers.
Great. I can see James saying great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Timothy. You can sit back and relax.
Thank you very much.
And a reminder, Timothy's details are in there. So please connect and reach out, share comments and thoughts. The chat can keep going while we get on to the next picture. And also just a reminder for the pitches, the registered pitches in the room. If you have registered and you haven't yet reached out to Silicon Beach admin, please just give them a shout out that you are in the room and you registered to pitch, and we'll make sure that you get on the list because we want to hear from everyone that registered tonight. All right, over to our next picture. We have Masoud Nayab from Kharma. Please unmute and say hello.
Yeah, hi. How is everyone doing?
We're well, thank you. More importantly, how are you feeling?
I've got a bit of strep throat, so I'll see how I go.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm sending you some wellness vibes. Are you ready to get going?
So yeah, my name is Masoud. I've got a bachelor's in business and operations research and a master's in political science. So I'm not an IT guy whatsoever. But while I was doing my master's in political science, I was actually working in digital marketing. The main thing that we're talking about was trying to get people out of the developing world, out of destitution and poverty, and into subsistence living. So we, when I say we, I say me, invented Kharma as the evolution of social media. And the main service that Kharma wants to provide is a job board for seasonal pickers in the primary industries on a global scale, like the global version of Seek or Career One purely for the primary industries. But in conjunction to this, especially for backpackers, you can add an element of tourism into that. So then when these backpackers are doing their seasonal work, as they're backpacking through countries, they can itinerize their road trips and leave reviews and things like that. And that's basically the main service that we want to sort of embed into Kharma. And from there, we want to expand into other horizons, but we don't know which direction to go. Either go as a digital NGO, or maybe look more into e-commerce. And sorry if that's short, but it's sweet.
Oh, good. Thank you so much. Well done. Congratulations. All right, over to the judges for some questions. James, you've unmuted first. Over to you.
Hey, good on you, Masoud. Listen, two things. Are you going to then monetize this from the employer's point of view? That is, you're going to actually charge, I'm presuming, the people who need the labor, some sort of subscription. Point number one. Point number two, great idea to find people and they can find the opportunities and the openings. I would say, given a little bit I know about Australia and immigration and like laws and regulations, unless you can provide a full service of getting them in, like the visa, how do I get there, how do I work? It's like, yeah, I want to go to Australia. Oh, no, I can't. Like, so I don't know whether you've got an idea for that, but that for me is the back.
Oh, yeah, completely. Yeah, because I mean, I'm not even looking at people who are coming from, say, economic point of view from more developing countries. I've had friends of mine from the UK who've been rejected after 3 months, because they couldn't find employment in 3 months and they got kicked out of the country. So that is something that we're working towards. But in conjunction to this, when we're looking at not so much for people who are immigrating purely for the labor market, what we want to look at is, if you're aware of the situation, particularly in North America and also Central America, is maybe just using people who've also lost their jobs, who are very dependent on finding some sort of means of, income, to redirect them into doing that sort of work as well without worrying about immigration. And on your first question, yes, we will be charging the farmers based on conversion. So once somebody actually does accept a laborer as an employee, the farmer will get charged a minimal rate to monetize the actual service.
Karen would probably be the first one to tell you, this is one of those startups that's going to need a very good legal disclaimer and legal insurance because of all the potential things that can kind of anyway, but it's a great idea. Thank you.
Thanks, James. Leelayours.com.au. We can help you with the connection for one of those. I love it. Priya, over to you.
Yeah, I mean, great idea, as James said. And of course, there are a lot of people are looking, and some countries are offering under 25 and 30, you go and work at tourism. There are opportunity for that. My question is that what would stop people to go direct once they found out the details? So that's a little bit, you have to be very careful on sharing the information and all, and you might lose, like the person is hired, but you might not know about it, out of the platform. And it happens with the Airtasker and all, we have been seeing regularly on that. So it's possible that you have to actually control. That's just a suggestion, but I'm wondering, other than that, what else you would be offering as to monetize it? Because it requires running this kind of a huge platform, requires a lot of infrastructure. And where is this all that database is actually sitting?
Right. Well, we haven't really looked into the back end of it as of yet. We have a few options on server rooms and things like that. But in regards to monetization for other services, the next service that basically is something looking more towards not necessarily a complete NGO, but towards that direction, is offering a marketplace that is similar to a bazaar, in which people can actually trade commodities, and then you could look at getting some sort of commission from that. But on the whole, I've talked to quite a lot of friends of mine who are in IT, and they're saying, yeah, it's all about creating advertising space on the platform. And they're saying that is basically what you need to look at for the main direction of monetizing a platform such as this.
And can I ask, where are you situated? I mean, your business is actually registered?
It is. We've got ATSIC certification or registration. And in conjunction to this, all we've done at the moment is just reached out to a lot of VCs. We've got some interest from the UK, from Octopus, who want me to move over there. And also there's another one by the name of Cornerstone Capital, who says they want to come on board once I have a turnover of £50,000 sterling. And there's one here in Australia by the name of One Ventures, who wants to come on board once we reach 3 million.
All right. And do you have already subscription done, or you are still pre-seed?
No, like I said, we've gone through through 4 developers. And at the end, the quality of the work that we were getting from other parts of the world was not above average. So in the end, what we did was we created a proof of concept in Joomla.
Okay, you're using Joomla. Okay, all right.
Thanks, Priya. Ezra, did you have some comments or feedback?
So a couple of questions, and this is primarily because I've been working with a couple of job dashboards and job boards. There is an extensive user requirement or effort that is needed. It's not automatically done. So can you tell me a little bit more about the back end? Are you automatically populating that information, or someone is reviewing it and having a look at it? Or how are you managing the portal in terms of what is what type of jobs are published, what type of jobs are not published, who's going to manage the tourism aspect of it. Is it automatically connected to Google search engines? Because if the place closes down, their timings have changed, blah, blah, blah. How is that all connected? Just curious. And what the last question I had was, what's your ask apart from VC connections?
Well, essentially, like you said with the job board question, we have played around with quite a lot of plugins and changed the parameters and tried to create filters, but we need to basically have someone on the back end vetting the sort of credentials that are put in, and essentially that needs to be triple checked. So if we pre-fill them, I mean, depending on the skill or the scale of what's required of the employee, it may be a simple, for a fruit picker, not so much, but someone who's going to be operating heavy machinery, there's going to be a lot more sort of, background checks and things like that that need to be vetted. So our ask is that essentially we have Cornerstone actively looking at trying to get us angel investors as of the 1st of January. They've said they're doing that, but I haven't heard anything back since. But we're looking at getting $12,000 for like our enterprise architect to come on board. Like I said, because I have no IT skills whatsoever. I've had a previous working relationship with Digital Basis in Melbourne. And from there, then we will look at actually taking our proof of concept from Joomla and putting it into a full stack sort of setup with a more professional programming company either here or abroad. It's just that we've been burnt so far 3 times dealing with Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and India. So 4th time shy.
Oh, yeah, I think there's a lot of people out there going, yep, understand what you mean. Masoud, well done. Congratulations. You've handled all those questions so exceptionally well, and even with a sore throat. So well done, you.
Thank you.
You can sit back, take a Strepsil or something, you poor thing, and relax, and we'll get on to our next picture for tonight. We've got Mazdak Ghomashchi, which I've probably just mispronounced your name, so I'm so sorry. Say hello.
Howdy, everyone. How's it going?
Oh, good. Did I really? Can you say your name?
No. The Mazdak is right. My last name is Ghomashchi.
Okay, yeah, I really got that wrong. All right, are you ready to pitch though?
Totally ready.
All right, your time starts now.
All right, so this is an intro to my company, Zixxth SOLutions. That's soul like the sun. So technology should not degrade us or meet the bare minimum. We should live in harmony with technology, making our vitality vibrant, as in not neutral, but uplifting. So why not the biggest technology in the world? It's time to overhaul the energy industry. I suggest we leverage a very specific technology and the ideas and ideals that they represent and turn energy into a platform to institute, promote, and inspire a culture of sustainability by promoting a vision of good life through adherence of the natural world of nature, away from reductionism, using sustainability technologies, techniques, and practices. And we do this with a global fleet, a franchise of self-sustaining fusion power plants, meaning a fundamentally sustainable energy technology spread all over the world. Designed, owned, and operated by Zixxth SOLutions, where we don't really change the business of energy except where it's sourced from, but we just make it focus on what it's really about, and that is life and people. That's what I got.
And we are waiting. Fabulous. Well done. Congratulations. I'm going to see which judge would like to go. James, I thought it might be you. Over to you first. You just got prayer.
That's like, I love the intellectual level at which you're thinking. I'm sure that some investors would go, like creased head, what? But look, you've heard the term BHAG, right? Big, audacious, hairy goals. You got to have them. You can't change the world in small steps. You can't jump across the Grand Canyon in 3 steps. It's got to be all or nothing. So good on you for going in big. Am I correct in saying this is the ideation phase? You've got nothing other than just where you are, and you're looking for partnership to kind of get to that next stage, or have you got something more than the vision that like how you're going to get there and some kind of roadmaps or dots to connect?
Yeah, so right now, first of all, I designed the technology. So in terms of the idea, it's ready to be tested. And that's what I'm working on right now, providing that material. But yes, so ideally when that's done, it would be about just building something and showing like a pilot plant and showing that it works.
And numbers for that? Do you have any idea of what you need?
That is probably not the best thing to talk about.
It's deep tech. It's going to cost millions. It's going to take 5 to 7 years to make money. It's deep tech. That's what happens.
Yeah, those numbers are actually pretty accurate. Don't want to say hundreds of millions of dollars, but that's pretty much it.
Okay.
On a venture level, that is it.
Yep. You need some like-minded people with big pocketbooks who want to change the world and are prepared to wait. That's really where it comes down to.
Thanks, James. Priya, over to you.
Right. So my question is, where are you, in Australia or overseas? What's your location?
I'm in Adelaide, South Australia.
Okay. All right. I might have some connections for you for that. You are at the ideation stage and no POC ready yet, right? Okay. So what are you expecting? What kind of a technology you are planning to build to, approach the whole energy solution as a whole? That's what I'm understanding.
Yeah. So if you follow the news or not, this is like a power plant, fusion power plant.
Mm-hmm.
Big things that like they're working on in Europe, working on in America. It's not like some sort of small device that you could fit in, like for like some of the companies who are doing it on like the back of a truck or in your backyard. It's a power plant.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, one of the largest power plant is just launched in India. I don't know if you know how Hazard is. Been following this sector for a while, but that's what my understanding is, that you are at the POC and you have no idea about the funding and money requirement and your competition yet.
Actually, the competition is sort of on a different stage. There's two big players in America and one in China. They're both on a smaller scale as opposed to a big power plant. Like I said, it's something you can fit on like a semi trailer. It's not on the commercial plan that they have is not to the same scale. But in terms of the technology, I am aware of the funding that will be required to go into it. It is fairly high. But yeah.
All right. That's it from my side.
Thanks, Priya. And Azra, over to you for some final comments or feedback.
So more of a feedback, because fusion power, as you put it, it's great. It is definitely deep tech. It requires extensive amount of not only investment, but perhaps even refining what exactly would it look like, even if it is a mock-up. So I understand that you're talking about big farm and fields of energy. It's not in the backyard. I definitely get that. But perhaps making it more realistic with a mock-up would be, I mean, it would have been worthwhile for me, perhaps, to have a look at a mock-up, because it will help embed what the technology would do behind the scenes. So it's just a thought process.
Well, I do have some material that actually displays what it would look like practically, scale, that sort of thing, that if you wish, I could share that with you later on.
That'd be great. Yeah, I'll send you my LinkedIn profile and just send it. And then perhaps I can put in some connections with government members who are working on this.
Appreciate it.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Azra. And thank you, Mazdak. You can sit back and relax. I know sometimes it is great to have visuals, but unfortunately what we do is everyone just pictures. Otherwise we would be here for ages trying to swap the tech. But I love the fact that you're going to take it offline. And that's part of what we need to do in the audience. If you're really interested in someone's business and idea, make sure you reach out, connect. That's why we put the details in there and get that demo afterwards, or, you're able to look at the deck in more detail. So love it. Thanks so much, Mazdak. All right, over to our next picture. Hello, Nicole. How are you?
I'm very well. Thanks, Karen.
Good to have you here. Now, is this your first time pitching at Silicon Beach?
It is indeed.
Well, we are all behind you and supporting you. Can't wait to hear all about it. So are you ready to get going?
I'm ready to get going.
All right, your timer starts now.
Hi, everyone. My name's Nicole Davidson, and I'm the founder of the Negotiation GP. My business solves the problem that people have to negotiate all the time, but generally they've never been taught how to do so. Imagine a small business whose largest client is trying to pull out of a 5-year deal, or the business founder who's in a dispute with their co-founder about the future of the direction of the business, and it's threatening to destroy the business. Or perhaps the small firm lawyer who has a particularly difficult negotiation for a client, but no colleague to bounce ideas off. I've noticed that there's a real need for business people to have someone to turn to for unbiased strategic negotiation advice. I believe this solution can make a significant impact. The service will start with the ability to book a consultation of varying length for a fixed fee. The client gets to share their problem with a negotiation expert, me at the moment. The client will then take away a plan for how to move forward, or they'll have clarity when it's time to give up on the negotiation. Ideally, I'd like to grow this into a subscription process with additional value for clients. What I'm looking for today is 3 things. One is people interested in trialing the service and giving some feedback. Secondly, is a mentor with experience in setting up a tech-enabled people business. And thirdly, a referral to someone who can provide advice on back-end tech systems to set this up. In summary, the Negotiation GP offers a unique solution to solve the lack of negotiation education for business owners. End of story.
Nicole, that was incredible. I do have to pass on. I was watching David Heasley all the way through that as a lawyer. He was nodding his head. He absolutely loved it. Congratulations. Fantastic pitch. Absolutely loved it. And just for anyone that doesn't know, Nicole Davidson is Mediator of the Year. So she is coming from this. She is well known in legal circles. She's a bit of a superstar. So just thought I'd add that in too, because Nicole's way too humble to admit, but we're very lucky, very famous in legal, Nicole is. All right. Over to the judges. Who would like to go first with some questions? James, you've unmuted first. Well done, you.
Hey, Nicole, look, I can see the gap. I can see the need. I can see why you'd be excited about doing it. I'm actually anything but an investor and knowledgeable in that direction, so count me out. The only thing I would say, though, is what I've seen over and over again is when someone has a service-based business that has a tech component, one of the questions you'll always get is, yeah, but does it scale? And what they mean is, as you get busier and get more business, the profit margin stays the same because all you're doing is adding more units, and they go, oh, the old smiley face goes down. But I think if you can figure out how to maybe tweak that, automate it, add a bit of automation or something so that you can say, oh, no, as we get to this scale, we get more profitable. The greedy VCs are going to go, yay, I love you. Just an inside tip.
Thanks, James.
Great feedback and lots to think about there, Nicole. Priya, over to you.
Yeah, legal tech is in the fashion, going to be in a fashion, and especially negotiation skill is a common problem for a lot of entrepreneurs. So there is a demand for sure, and it's just that right tech and right solution required. So I'm guessing you are looking for a technology partner already. So as long as you can actually come up with a easy solution and subscription model, and of course James has his suggestion, that was awesome. So that's all from my suggestion point of view. But so far, you are just going manually. How you are working at this stage?
Yeah, look, it's very early stage at the moment. So at the moment, I'm using things like Calendly and my website for people to come in and book. The goal is to really, once I test that and work out whether there's an appetite at a price that makes sense, is to bring other experienced negotiation experts on board as well, so that it almost becomes a bit of a marketplace for people to go, you know what, I'm prepared to put this much time forward to this service. And then it's going to be, the back end needs to be able to manage all of those people's calendars so that we're not getting double bookings, and people can actually come in and find who they want when they want them. So that's where the tech side of things is probably well and truly beyond me, but I haven't actually started looking at that in detail. I'm almost still concept testing at the moment to see. And it came because people would call me for my larger services, and after half an hour they'd say, oh, that's great, I know what to do now. But they weren't paying for that. So it's really about whether that's going to convert into something that people actually see the value in.
Yeah, a lot of consultant problem the same. The people come and pick up the brain and then they don't want to pay for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hear you. Thank you.
Thanks, Freya. And I think on that point as well, I mean, I think it will encourage people to do it because it's a defined process as well. Sometimes people can go, oh, you know, I don't want to get into a big long hour consultation, but knowing particularly lawyers, I will say, that are able to go, I know I've got that, you know, Nicole Davidson is my GP, negotiation GP on the line. Incredible stuff. Azra, over to you for final comments and feedback.
Thanks, Nicole. That was actually quite good. And legal tech is definitely something that we are looking into space, and it is getting more and more prominent because there are a lot of startups, particularly in the space, that just need the right requirements, and NFPs, I can vouch for that as well. You know, you always end up looking, I just need someone to review my constitution and nothing else really. They know what they're doing. They just want that. So definitely I see and hear it quite loud and clear. In terms of, you know, amalgamating the mentor or the different types of skill sets and their tech, there are things like TidyCal that automatically connects multiple calendars across and puts it up for each profile. So that's not a big problem. What I am thinking is your financial model. How is it going to survive it? Because you're going to compete with legal. So basically, currently the conversation is ChatGPT is taking away the jobs of the researchers almost. Oh, that's the conversations that's happening. So now, what does that look like for legal? And literally, that's where you need to create that niche and perhaps even a mock-up on what it would look like. So I haven't even gone to your website, but I'd be keen to mentor you to a certain degree if you need that.
Thank you. That's very kind. I'll follow up with you.
There we go. That's incredible. Well, thank you so much, Azra, and thank you so much, Nicole. It was lovely to have you here. You can sit back and relax.
Thanks,
And all the details are in there, so make sure that you look up Nicole and connect with her on LinkedIn. And Nicole does some wonderful newsletters and lots of negotiation tips that she has on her LinkedIn too, so really recommend a follow there as well. All right, over to our next picture. We have Nelani. Nelani, would you like to unmute and say hello, please?
Hi, Karen. Hi, everyone.
Hello, Nelani. All right. Are you ready to get pitching?
Ready as I would ever be.
Okay. Then your time starts now. Off you go.
Thank you. Right. Question, everyone. Would you drive a car only looking at the rearview mirror? No, because it will most likely cause a road accident. But this is exactly what many management teams are doing when they only create reports monthly, quarterly, or just annually. You're reviewing data and making decisions solely based on the past. On the other hand, a business performance dashboard allows you to see what's happening in real time in context with the historical data. The dashboards can be used to monitor key performance indicators relevant to a particular business flow. It gives you a balanced perspective of what's happening in your business. Zynolo is a business intelligence software that provides valuable insights to you and your team. My name is Nelani, and I'm the managing director of a company called Your Sidekick that has developed this software. So some of the main benefits of having a dashboard are less time spent building reports, setting more actionable goals, and making better decisions. In a nutshell, you can focus more energy on strategic decision-making rather than building reports. Zynolo sits on top of your ERP or database and takes the data it needs in order to produce the dashboards. It's already been implemented in a few companies in both local and international markets. Pricing starts from $1,000 for the implementation and then a monthly subscription fee of around $100. We would love to talk to all the entrepreneurs in Silicon Beach and help them to make business decisions using their own numbers rather than from the heart. Thank you.
Well done, Nelani. Beautifully done. Fantastic. Now I'm going to go to Azra first because Azra, and then I'll go to you, James. I'll head on over.
Good pitch. I'm quite keen to understand what are you using in order to create a dashboard? What software?
Yeah, we're using Microsoft Power BI, Ezra.
Right. So is that subscription part of the Power BI is automatically included in your
Yes,
in your feedback in your
Yes.
service?
correct, it is.
Okay. Yeah, right. And the metrics that are being requested from your clients, or do you provide a standard business performance metrics that you've got the formula embedded and you're just deploying it immediately as you go into a business?
It depends on the best practices of that particular industry, Ezra. So we study what exactly they want to monitor, what kind of key insights they need, what sort of KPIs they need, and then we create the dashboards according to that.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
Ezra. James, over to you. And we are, just a little note, we are kind of coming up against time. So we've got 2 pictures left. So a reminder for the audience, make sure we'll put the form in, but judges, we might have to limit feedback. So I might just go to you, James, for this one.
Yeah, hi, Nelani, you're
Hi, James.
talking my language. Look, really just one thing. What was the ask? What were you after besides getting into our collective circles and networking? Are you raising? Do you need partnership?
Well, it's like this, James. To be honest, we need customers. So it's a case of supporting the entrepreneurs also. So I think I mentioned in the form that we are willing to help all the entrepreneurs. We have special deals, special conditions for them. Would be happy to open up and look at any partnerships. We already have another partner in Australia also, but we do cross-selling of our products. So I'm open to any type of partnership proposal if you guys have any.
I love it. Thank you. Thanks so much, Nelani. You can
Thanks,
sit back
guys.
and relax. And we are going to get on to our next picture. Priya, I will come to you first on the next one. I'm sorry.
Don't worry. No worries. No worries.
All right. Richard.Serpell, you've been waiting very patiently. Hello. Unmute and say hello. Richard, unmute. I can see you there. All right, Richard.
Hi, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, we sure can. You're keeping me hanging there for a while, Richard.
All right, I'm doing it on my phone in the car. It's a technology.
Oh, there you go. Well, are you ready to get pitching?
I am.
Okay, over to you. Get started.
Thank you very much. Hi, my name is Richard.Serpell. My company is SmartStart Consulting. I help companies with their IT projects. I've managed many IT projects before, for customers and for staff, and I know how challenging they can be. I know what challenges can exist. I know how to avoid problems. I know how to overcome issues. Small businesses operate on small budgets and often want to run their IT project themselves. But what if this is your first project? Will you know what to do? Many companies have an IT service provider, but often these companies focus on maintenance and not new projects. SmartStart Consulting will review your project, will set you up for success, will train your staff in project management, will provide you with tools and frameworks, and will protect your interests. Our engagements are short and offer value for money. How does this sound? Now or in the future? If you need our services, let's talk. If you can give me your email address, I'll send you my electronic business card. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. It's coming. Well done. All right, Priya, I might go to you first with some comments.
It's you are a service provider. What is your ask today?
Help with lead generation and help with identifying my target market.
Okay. And you are by yourself, or you are working with the other partners as well?
No, I'm by myself.
Okay. And how many team members you have?
By myself would be 1.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I have the ability to scale. I've got a large network. People are aware of what I'm doing. So if the business grows to the point where I need more people, I can get more people.
How long you been in business?
Year and a half. Really spending time expanding my network, doing marketing through various channels.
All right, that's it for me.
Thank you, Priya. And James and Ezra, I'll probably comment feedback from one of you. Yeah, James, over to you.
I'm okay. No comment this time.
Oh, I misread your hand signal. Ezra, was there anything you would like to add or feedback or comments?
No, actually, at this point in time, I'm just quite curious because it has been a very tough market. So it's just a matter of identifying what sort of services niche that you might be looking into, because you could be, I don't know, an AI implementer or an XR implementer, or just, you know, a software developer. What is your skill set and what product or offerings that you can provide to your clients is perhaps would refine your pitch. Because if you tell me tech or IT, it goes from security all the way through and through. So that's at least, if not more, 100 jobs. So that's why perhaps it would be worthwhile, because it is quite difficult to understand from a business perspective. Okay, he has said IT, but what's the skill set or level of IT that we can, so if they want to implement, for example, HoloLenses, is that part of it? I don't know, like, you know, that is sometimes a specialized skill set that requires you to be able to learn how to use a HoloLens. So it's one of those many things that you need to perhaps add in your refinement on what exact services you can offer. This is just a suggestion, of course.
Sure. No, thank you for the feedback. I help people with their projects. So they run it. I'm providing them with the guidance to make sure it's successful. So in the broadest sense, I can tackle any of those projects that you talked about, because there's a generic element to all of them. So I'll be looking at how are they set up? What are they doing around resources? What have they done around security? What have they done around architecture? What have they done around business process? So my lens is quite generic, and it's a matter of understanding what is the business owner trying to do with their project? What objective are they trying to meet? And how are they going about it? So without kind of pushing myself too far up the tree, I reckon I can handle most people's projects. It'll be a smaller organization that wants to run the project themselves because they don't have the funds to engage with a solution implementer or be hiring staff to go on their own book. So it's really, they want to run their own project, I'll help them do it.
So does that mean that you take a guarantee if their project fails?
So
how is the insurance working?
I will work with them, and the deliverables are many and varied, but I will work with them until they're satisfied. And one of the key points that I didn't mention in the pitch, but if asked, my aim is to charge commensurate with their outlay. So I don't want to be a burden to the client. I don't want my cost to be disproportionate with what they're spending on their project. So I would factor my costs to be relative to their costs. That means that for a small job, I'll get a small amount of money. For a larger job, I'll get more money. But what I want to do is make sure that I'm offering value for money.
Yeah, but and this is not necessarily that you may have the answer. You need a PI with the structure that you're going in for. So this is where you have to think about who takes the risk. Are you taking the risk, or are they taking the risk? Because a small, medium, small sized business, micro or small, they would say that, okay, so you are almost like a CIO that is going into the business and helping them out. I understand that part. But what does that implicate on you as a person or as a business versus them? So that's something for you to think about. You may not have the answer. I understand that as well.
That's right. Thank you, Ezra. Richard, I might have.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Richard. I'll end that one there because we do need to get over to our final pitches. So thank you so much, Richard. You can sit back and relax now. And we are on to our final pitcher for tonight. These times go so quickly. So we've got Kelly. Kelldang, please unmute and say hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Kelly. How are you?
Good. How are you? Finally.
Finally, there you go. All right, over to you. Are you ready to start pitching?
Yeah, for sure. So, this is my first speech ever. I'm a bit nervous. So,
all right, take a deep breath, and we're all behind you. Off you go.
No worries. Thank you. So I'm the co-founder of Reshare, reshare.com.au, and it is a marketplace where you can rent or lease almost everything you can think of. So think about a wheelbarrow or a lawnmower or a food processor. So it's coming from where I used to live in Melbourne, which is a small list apartment that you can see, and I can't fit anything in my kitchen. So, and obviously can't buy everything that you need and can't buy everything that you only use once a year. So that's where my idea comes from, and it's the win for your pocket, it's a win for your neighbor, it's the win for the environment because you don't have to buy every single thing that you need. Less plastic go to the landfill, and obviously it's the sustainability is the main core of the project. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thanks, Kelly. You're going to get some applause in a sec. Hold on.
Thank you.
Hey, and congratulations. I know how hard it is to pitch, and particularly the first time. We are so honoured that you've come here today and done it in front of us. So thank you so much. You're very, very brave, and we really appreciate you here. All right, we've got time for probably only one judge to give feedback because we are running against the clock. So Priya, I might actually hand over to you because James muted himself again. Thanks, James.
Okay, so yeah, Kelly, you have already, how long you've been launched this marketplace?
About a year.
About a year. You have already visitors, you got some,
Yeah, so mostly organic and word of mouth, and obviously like influencers. We try a little bit influencers marketing. So, and it's mostly locally. So I try to promoting within my local area. Yeah, so we got about 800 users on board. And I just sort of like thinking if we can get more of the business to B2C, like a business rental company can want to come in and join us, that'd be great. So.
And how many of them are active right now?
We have about 40 to 50 users active a month. So obviously it's coming from email marketing and notification, in-app notification and stuff, which we haven't got in place yet. But yes.
And what if whatever you are giving on the rent, it will be broken and all? Are you factoring yourself or you have to?
Yeah, so there is a deposit system in place which will cover for the lender's risk of any sort of stolen or damage.
Okay, given short period of time, I'll here.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much, Kelly. Sorry, we couldn't get too much more feedback for you, but congratulations on coming and pitching. So fantastic. And you can now you can see that the live audience prize link is about to come up. So please, audience, we need your involvement. We want to know who is your favorite pitch tonight. So please get those things in. And I believe we're ready to go into some breakout rooms now. So you'll be able to speak to some of the pitches as well. Let me know, Silicon Beach admin, are we ready to get going? And stay tuned because when we come back, we'll be announcing the winners. All right, welcome back, everybody. I hope that you had some speed networking in there, some power networking. I know we didn't give you long, but you've come back. Thank you so much for staying on. We are about to announce the prize winners. So I'm going to throw to Azra first. Azra, when you're ready to announce, just say drum roll, please, and we'll get that going for you.
Well, drum roll, please. Thank you. So the prize winners are SubTasker,
Nicole GP and Reshare. They get a lean canvas model as well as some mentoring.
Congratulations, well done. So for the prize winners, look out for an email. I'll be connecting you with Azra. I'll also put in her LinkedIn details there. So Azra has mentioned, please stalk her on LinkedIn as well. You'll have her email address to claim your prize. But congratulations, Nicole, Punith, and to Kelly, congratulations. All right, James, over to you to announce. So when you're ready, drum roll.
Drum roll, please. Okay, so look, I just want to make sure that everyone understands that when I give a prize or when any of us gives a prize, it's not because we necessarily think you're the best or you scored somehow brilliantly better. It's often because we think we're suited to that particular pitcher, that particular person with what we can offer. So bear that in mind. But today I'd like to take Peter under my arm. Peter? Yep, you. Yep. And I'd like Mazdak to give me a call, email, something. You'll get my details, and I'll just try and network a bit. Can't help you. Don't have that much money sitting in my bank account, but I think I may have some connections that may be useful.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. Congratulations both to you, Peter. Happy birthday. Great birthday present for you. And Mazdak, I'll also introduce you up to James after this as well. So look out for my email. All right, over to you, Priya, for the corporality, the two prizes. Off you go.
Well, thank you. And mine is actually runner-up is Masoud Nayab for the Kharma. He will be getting the 3 days ticket for my event. Sydney, if you will be here or flying. And my winner is actually Punith Nayak. Thank you so much. Right, Paige, and everyone else. It was really great and good courage to come and pitch. And this is first time. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Oh, thank you, Priya. Thank you so much. And thank you also for sponsoring tonight. Without Corporality Global, we would not have been able to go ahead. So thank you. We so appreciate having you. All right, to wrap things up, Brian, I'm going to head over to you. Who was the audience winner for tonight?
It was really, really close, but it goes to Nicole Davidson. It goes to Nicole Davidson with Negotiation GP.
Hooray! Oh, congratulations, Nicole, double winner. That's so fantastic. Thank you, everyone, also for voting. It's so incredible to have that audience participation, and also for all your comments and questions and feedback as well throughout the night. We absolutely loved it. And David, I am throwing to you for the Idea Spies Award and to say goodbye to everybody.
Thank you so much, Karen. I will actually hijack this and keep the Idea Spies winner a little bit on suspense, because I want to mention that, yes, here we're not crowning the best pitcher, but we do have an event coming up where we exactly do that at the 16th of March. So if you're working in the digital innovation space, digital literacy, making the internet more secure for people to use and more equal for people to use, at the 16th of March, we are at Melbourne Connect here in Melbourne, and we would love to see you in a hard competition to win big prizes there. Looking forward to see you there. The link is to the event is in the chat. And now I come to the winner for the Idea Spies prize, spreading the word of a great idea that makes a positive difference in the world. And I did choose Kelly from Reshare to get you onto Idea Spies.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And with that, I say goodbye and thank you to everyone. It was a great event. Thank you, Karen, for your awesome MC work once again. Thank you for all the great work in the back end, Brian and Janine, and of course our judges, James, Azra, and our judge and sponsor, Priya from Corporality. Thank you so much. See you soon again.
Looking forward to see you guys on 16th there in person. Yeah.